Obviously, proud is just an understatement of how I feel right now of our group, to hold a team to 38 points defensively, and just kind of grind it out. We talked last year that tough teams win in March, and our plan every day moving forward was that we developed that mentality, and there were so many moments during the game that shined through. So really great feeling. Obviously, just proud. We'll celebrate, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next. Next to me, to my left, I've got Faith Alston, and besides her, I have Janae Sanders.
Okay, we'll open up for questions.
Coach, held to 1 for 13 beyond the arc. What do you do to get that perimeter defense going so well early on?
I was talking to our student athletes on the way up, and the game plan was to play a lot of zone. And then we switched to, and we didn't rebound well to start. And then we went to man, and players played really, really hard. It was like everything we worked on in our man just kind of was there on the court. And so we rode that for about 3.5 quarters, and then we went zone to finish. But, coming into the game, our key was paint, paint, paint. So we were going to be okay if they hit a couple threes. And to be honest with you, the only one they hit was the half-court shot. That was it. So just a really outstanding job from our team.
Yeah, I got one from Zoom for the players. Coach, you kind of just mentioned this to dominate the paint. You guys outscored them by 10 in the paint. What was y'all's mindset on the bench and in the locker room of how you wanted to take control of this game?
I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to take control of a game and kind of put yourself in a better position than the other team. But we always have keys to the game that we always want to follow and stick through and try to do the best that we can. And one of them was paint to great. So we wanted to get into the paint, and we wanted to play off 2 feet, knowing that they take a lot of charges and they hit us with a lot, especially early. But we adjusted really well, just went back to our fundamentals, playing off 2 feet and kind of just working around what they planned on doing. And I think because we did that, it put us in a better position.
For me, it was just we stuck to what we do best and stayed within ourselves. We didn't try to do too much. And that's really how we took control of this game. Everybody playing their role and being the best person in their role is really what elevated our team to get this victory today.
Coach, talk a little bit about this team and this group and, what the kind of mindset has been going into the tournament. A lot of teams at the end of the year, you kind of almost hit the reset button. What has the mindset been for you guys?
First and foremost, our team has had no quit. One thing I've loved about coaching this team is every day we know what we're going to get in terms of their effort. I felt like we've played everybody tough in the Sun Belt, and I think we left those games with that belief of knowing that we can play with anybody. And then as you hit the reset button and you get into a tournament, we have confidence. We believe in each other. We believe in what we're doing. We believe in our path. I think we've had one of the hardest paths this season, and all of that has made us ready for this moment. So I love our team. I think our team believes, and I think in March you have to have that. You have to have a team that's together, a team that's kind of been through the mud a little bit, that's learned and grown. And I can go on, and I don't want to take up the time, but I love this group, and I'm glad I get to coach them for another 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'll ask another one. What has kind of been, what are y'all looking forward to most for the players? You get a day tomorrow, kind of relax in Pensacola. Where's your mindset at?
I mean, I'm happy that we have this day off because I love to sleep, so I'm definitely going to spend most of my day sleeping and relaxing. But it's nice to know that we're not going anywhere. We came here last year and we just ended up being devastated the way that we had to leave, and we never got to really have the opportunity to have this extra day in between, to get ready for another game. So, I mean, I think we're just all going to cherish it with a bunch of laying down and sleeping and feeding our bodies what we need to feed. And I also think that we're definitely going to celebrate this win. But I think as soon as the as soon as we wake up the next day, our mindset's going to change and we just got to do it all over again.
Yeah, everything is intensified in March. So, like, our emotions are really high. So, having this date in between games allows us to kind of settle back in, relax a little bit, and get our minds ready for the next one instead of having to, you know, come right back down it from the rush. So, being able to have this high, feel it for a little bit, but also know that we have more business to take care of.
And final question here, Coach. Got Texas State on the docket next. You know, what are your thoughts, and you know, how do you plan for that moving forward?
Yeah, Texas State's a great team. I think when I look at them, I look at two players that have been in the league for 5 years and have come back with a different mindset. They're really good in the ball screen. There's some things that they really do well that we're going to have to prepare for to be able to challenge them, but we'll have our team ready.
Any other questions? All right, thank you all. Yeah, go ahead.
Coach, there's a lot of they did a lot of stuff tonight. You know, how do you go about trying to find those matches and mismatches and try to correct throughout the game tonight with that? They had a lot of shooters going on.
We did a lot of subbing, sorry.
No. Louisiana did. So you know, you have to try and find those matches throughout the game like that.
You know, I think that the preparation, our team it all washes out. I think they really know the personnel. There was a time during the timeout where they looked at me. I had one matchup and they said, you know, Mariah wants to guard this player. So when my team's locked in like that, they take care of a lot of those things. They know who's coming in. They know what the best matchups are on the floor, and they take care of it.
What's it like knowing that your players have that mindset going in there?
Makes me look like a good coach because you're asking me about it, and it really has nothing to do with me. It's all them.
What was your preparation? You're in the midst of the game. She's on the sidelines, but you're the ones out there doing the work. You know, and you still read those matches and see those players and know, hey, this is what needs to go on.
Yeah, we're locked into the scout beforehand, so we know exactly who we're playing against. And so in those timeouts, if we know who's in the game, we know who we want to match up with. We know who our best defender is on our team, and we know who their best offensive player is on their team. That's it, Rich. Best defensive player on our team, offensive player on their team. So being locked in is just, you know, it's something that we prepared for because we want to play in March, and that's our plan, to keep playing as much as we can.